how do I try to imbue a story or a book with the details of daily life? I think you have to look at history not as something that happened very long ago, but that something is actually connected to today. Because there's yesterday and the day before, and pretty soon if you go back a few years, you get to a point where people who were dead now are alive then, and you try to walk through history as if it is three-dimensional, not one-dimensional like a sepia-colored photograph. You take those photographs and you try to walk through them. I would literally go to bed at night and through deep breathing picture the very famous photographs of Abraham Lincoln and bring them to life, make them move, make his eyes blink, make them move. And I could actually do that for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. And I would try to picture the time in which he lived for both Red Moon and Sharpsburg, which has a completely different cast of characters and doesn't touch Lincoln, and for Lincoln and his boys. And what you have to do is rid yourself of all late 20th century, early 21st century ideas of how the world is and how it works and how it sounds and smells, and try to get back to that time. And the only way to do it is to read. I read extensively and looked endlessly at photographs. Photographs speak to me. I look at the details. What kind of wallpaper do they have? There's the picture of the person, but what's on the table? And what kind of shoes did they have? How many pair did they have? And I would read all about how life was and what the skills and necessities of life were, just to find out, for example, a marvelously similar scene where you would see, at least in the 1950s when I was a kid, you would see all the teenage boys hanging around cars. They had a lot to do with cars and car shops, and they would open the hood. Nowadays I don't think you can do this, but they would open the hood and every young boy knew how to fix a car and do all this and change tires because it was part of young manhood. Back then, young men hung around a farrier or a stable or a carriage shop because that's how they went fast in those days. It was all horses, and this was part of masculine knowledge. And so all of these details gathered themselves. I think you have to have a passionate love for trying yourself to go back in time, to walk back through that doorway and close your eyes and make those Lincoln eyes blink. And if you have that kind of passion to really understand history as it did happen without any shoulds, then you can do it. And I have that passion.